If you're a parent thinking of moving to New Zealand, one of your big questions is what is the schooling and the childcare system like in New Zealand? In this video, I'm going to talk about daycare, subsidies, uniform, school hours, school holidays, parent involvement, and the school term. I'm going to share my real life experience of my 4 and 5-year-old, how we've been through the daycare and just starting the schooling system here in New Zealand. Hi, I'm Emily and I run Emily in NZ, posting about living, working and exploring this beautiful country that is New Zealand. Hit subscribe because I update every Friday. Both our children have gone to full-time 40 hours a week daycare since they were 6 months old. When you get to age 3, the government provides a subsidy of 20 hours a week to all families and is not means tested. This means it is not income tested, so is entitled for all family members in New Zealand. There are additional childcare subsidies that are below the threshold, and recently they've brought out a new subsidy that offers, in addition to that 20 hours, more support for families who need it. So right now we pay for 40 hours a week minus the 20 hours that the government funds. Costs can vary depending on the region. We are in Auckland and we pay $230 per week for the additional 20 hours. So full price would be around $450 per week. Please bear that in mind. Right across the country that can change, and it can change within centres across Auckland. I think that is a middle to high price for a childcare centre in New Zealand. For many years we had 2 children at full time going through this system. Earlier this year our eldest turned 5, so that meant he could start school here in New Zealand. He goes to a state school which is 100% government funded, so we don't pay for his education. There is the option of private schooling here in New Zealand, and we have chosen not to, as I really quite like the state schools and I think they have a good curriculum. Children cannot start school until their 5th birthday. Some schools take them on their 5th birthday. Most schools do multiple enrolments throughout the year. They will enrol at the start of the term and or the mid-term. So there's often 8 enrolments per year, as there is 4 terms. One of the things that I love about New Zealand, and it's similar to England, is that they wear school uniforms. It's a great policy that allows students to feel part of the school community and they can recognise their peers in their local area. I had a school uniform when I grew up in England and I did quite like it. One of the things that shocked me, the school day is so short. Our child starts at 8:55 and we pick him up at 2:55. That is not supportive of an 8-hour working day. Some schools are a little earlier, 2:45, some are a little later at 3:15, but generally you'll be finishing around 3 plus or minus. On top of that, schools have teacher-only days at least once per term. These are generally different across schools in the area, so kids aren't off school in the same time, but you'll need to be aware there's teacher days as well to add to your calendar. There is 4 terms in the year, broken up as 10 weeks with 2 weeks off, 10 weeks, 2 weeks off. And then there's a 6-week summer holiday, which, being in the Southern Hemisphere, is over Christmas. Depending on where Easter lands, as it moves around, sometimes that first holiday after term 1 will be in Easter. Other times there will be a break for Easter for the long weekend, and the break will be separate from Easter. The dates are always published on the Ministry of Education website and are consistent across the country. We like the school holidays. It takes a lot of planning, but that's when we have our amazing family time. We go on our trips. Yes, a lot of other people around the country do as well, but we need to accept that in that our child's enrolled in a school. Often a lot of the trips that you've seen us go on have been booked well in advance. And obviously with the shorter days and the teacher days, we use things like school holiday programs and before and after school care, which can often be at the same school. And with anything, it's no different to anywhere else in the world. It's a juggle. It is worth noting, most daycares do not follow the school holiday hours or term. They are often 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. or 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. and they don't break for school holidays, and it's just the public holidays. So bear that in mind. This school holiday will not be a problem until your child turns 5. I like the New Zealand schools. I think they give a good opportunity for children to be free and to be doing a lot of sports and outdoor play. The weather helps that as well, but even in the bottom of the South Island where the weather's cooler, there's still an expectation for doing sports and being outside. This isn't a video about the New Zealand school curriculum, but the school curriculum follows from the UK and the baccalaureate system, as well as their own influences of culture and New Zealand history, which is fantastic. I love the fact that my children are learning to speak Te Reo Māori alongside learning English and even things like New Zealand Sign Language. I'm quite new into the New Zealand schooling system. We are only 6 months in, so this is my feedback so far with a 5.5-year-old, but I do know quite a lot about the daycare system. It is cheaper than other countries, particularly the UK, as I compare to my friends back in the UK, but it is definitely more expensive than a lot of other countries. It is a huge consideration on going back to work after having your children as to whether you can afford it. I personally think over the age of 3, my children have benefited hugely. It's a preschool classroom. In England, we start school at 4. So having that preschool learning allows the children to be school ready by the time they start school at 5. And the fact the government supports it, giving 20 hours free, encourages opportunity for children to be ready to start school for when they turn 5. What do you think? Have you moved to New Zealand and put your children into the schooling system? Do you use the early childhood system in New Zealand? Or are you thinking about moving to New Zealand and found this helpful? Pop me a comment below and I'll be happy to reply. I hope you found this video useful. I've got lots more videos on my channel about living, working and exploring New Zealand. So hit subscribe so you'll be updated when I update. In the meantime, check out one of these videos that you might find helpful. I'll see you in my next video.